What's up, guys? It's Kevin Markarian, and I'm here with my good friend Suneet Agarwal. We're going to talk about the 6 keys to effective prospecting. And when we talk about these 6 keys, it's really important to think about prospecting as an integral part of your business. I mean, this is a piece of a successful real estate professional's business. So if you're not prospecting, this is definitely something you want to start looking into. And these are the 6 keys that Suneet and I have found to be the most effective. So number 1, speed to lead. You've heard that phrase many, many times, I'm sure. Speed to lead is very important. So when we talk about speed to lead, this is when you're buying leads and a new lead comes in, and the response time is crucial, right? This is something that is well known throughout the industry. So responding quickly, getting back to people quickly is super important. It's like the information age, right? People want to know the answers to stuff now. They're not going to wait around, especially if someone just clicked on a property. They're going to continue moving on unless you get back to them. So speed's number 1. What's number 2?
Number 2 is tenacity. You have to be relentless in your efforts to, number 1, initially contact the lead and follow up. Like, you get a lead. These leads cost money. If you call once, you're not going to get too far. We have some agents who call, no answer, call back. That's called the double dial. We have some agents who call 3 times, the triple dial. And you know as well as I do that if somebody calls your phone more than once, you're more inclined to answer. So that's just one part of it. You have to have some sort of follow-up schedule to make your initial contact set. I like doing 3 times the first day, 3 times the second day, 3 times the third day, and continue on that until you're calling them at least once a month until you reach them. Many of these people are in the initial phase of the buying or selling process. So you want to keep staying right in front of them so they know who to call when they're ready. Kevin's going to go to do number 3.
Number 3 is value. You want to provide value to these people. So you want to make sure that you're giving them information that's relevant to them. So if you get in contact with somebody, and let's say you're following these steps, you've gotten back to them quickly. You've got the speed part. You've got the tenacity part. You're sending them, you're responding and following up multiple times. Well, a big problem I think a lot of agents have is like, what am I going to say? Like, what is my reason for following up? So what I always did is I thought about what's something valuable that I can share with them. So really easy. If they told you they wanted a 3-bedroom property in a specific area, well, you send them 3-bedroom properties in that area, right? It's not that hard. Also, what's important when you're going through that tenacity and speed phase and you do get in contact with them, find out what's important to them. Find out what's drawing them to make the move. Or if they're thinking about selling, what's drawing them to sell. So use those things when you're talking to them. So if somebody is thinking about selling, well, what's valuable to the person that's thinking about selling? Their property value, their home, how much their home is going to sell for. So maybe something you can send them like, hey, just want to let you know the home around the corner, very similar to yours, just sold for X dollars, was on the market for X days and multiple offers, whatever. That's something, if I'm a seller, I'm going to think, okay, well, that's valuable to me, right? Because now that's something that can impact my property value. So just making sure you're providing them with valuable information, things that they're interested in. And one last thing on that is something might pop up, like if you see something that's new, a new listing or a new sale or new, people always want new. They want new, the freshest, the newest information, the exclusive. So you want to get in front of them, provide them with those little keys, those tips, so that they can remain. You can remain top of mind with them, and that way you're constantly providing value. So number 3 is value. Number 4.
Number 4 is convenience, and this is important, as well as everything else being important too. Let's be honest, but this is important because we want to make this easy for the prospect. For example, if every inbound lead you get who wants to go see a house, if you ask them all to get pre-qualified, is that easy? Hey, what's your social? Call this lender, give them your social, give them your whole income history, tell them about every divorce, foreclosure, bankruptcy. That's not easy, right? Book the appointment. Or if you meet a new lead, well, meet me at Starbucks, and then we'll go to this house, and then we got to go by here. Like, that's not easy. Here's the house that you want to see. There's another one like it 3 blocks up. Why don't we go have a look at that too? That's easy, right? Next is sell the follow-up. Kevin, go ahead and get this.
Sell the follow-up. So this is when you have someone, you've gone through all those steps, and they tell you, you know what, Suneet, I'm just not ready right now. I'm just not really ready right now. I'm really not really sure when. Okay, so here's an opportunity for you. A lot of agents, when they hear that, they end it. It's over. Oh, okay, sorry, right? It's not ready now. All right, bye. Right? That's the last thing you want to do. You don't ever want to sever ties, because if you say bye and it's over, it's really hard to like re-engage, right? Especially if they're telling you kind of leave them alone. So one way to overcome that, you want to sell the follow-up. And what I mean by that is you want to get permission from them to reach out to them again, so you can maintain that relationship. It's okay that they're not ready to sell right now or buy right now. We can't force people to do things, but we can stay in front of them, because at some point they may end up buying or they may end up selling, and you want them to remember you. So one way to do that is if they say, hey, I'm not really interested right now, whatever, blah, blah, I'm not ready to go. Okay, great, no worries. When's a good time? When are you thinking maybe that you would be ready? Are you thinking maybe 6 months, 3 months, a year? When's a good time? Well, maybe 6 months, a year. Okay, great. What I'll do is I'll reach out to, I'm in contact with, sellers and buyers all over all the time. I have information I can constantly provide to you and just keep you abreast of what's going on in the market. What I'll do is I'll check back with you in a couple months, 6 months, a year, to see how things are going. Does that sound okay? Yes. So that's a good way to sell the follow-up, and that way you've got permission from them to reach out to them again. And usually, what do we do, Suneet? If someone tells you to call me back in a year, when do you usually call them back?
Months.
6 months. Exactly. So you sell the follow-up, and then usually you want to try to get back to them a little sooner than what they kind of tell you, just so you can stay in front of them and they don't forget about you. So that's number 5.
And a big part of that I have our team and brokerage agents doing is, hey, if somebody wants a call back in a year, send them a calendar invite for a call back in a year. So now it's popped up on their calendar. Put some notifications in there, right? So that way they see, oh, I spoke to this nice broker, Kevin, about a year ago. I know to expect a call from him at this time, right? And just more reasons for them not to miss the appointment. So the last one is number 6. We're going to take it super, super basic here. Use a CRM. It doesn't have to be the fancy, super expensive ones. There's plenty of very affordable, powerful ones out there. We like Follow Up Boss. Lion Desk is great. There's so many options, right? Don't run your business off of note cards. Don't run your business off of bar napkins. Put them somewhere. Put notes in there. Put tags in there so you can sort the data. This data, you're spending a ton of money, time, and effort for this data. If you're not properly categorizing it, you're missing out on opportunities, right? This whole thing with setting the future appointment, do that in the CRM so you can see, track it. It'll make your life easy.
Definitely.
Kevin, do you have any final words?
One last thing I was going to say on that is if you don't have a CRM, it's really hard for you. It's going to be very hard for you to scale, right? Because if you want to grow your business, you need more than 5 clients. You have thousands of clients. You have thousands of people that you're dealing with on a regular basis. So in order to manage that group of people, you're going to need something to track it all. So definitely get a CRM. Those are the 6 keys to prospecting.